everybody and welcome to another video, and I thought today we would make the little sewn embellishments that I want to put on the side of our small journal cards that I'm doing for my design team project for Tracie Fox. And so I thought I'd bring you along just to show you what I'm doing. So I've got a little selection here of different hessians, burlap I think you call it in the States, and you can get it in different weaves. So this is all hand dyed by Natalie Stewart. I buy mine from Natalie Stewart, and you can get obviously different thicknesses, different colours, that sort of thing. Now what I also like to do is you know, don't just think, oh, I've got to just sew with the hessian as is. You know, you could start using some of the strands. So I've stripped a few of their strands, different colours. That's the beauty of getting this variegated thick weave from Natalie, because you know you can get different strands out of one piece. You just do little sampler packs, and I thought these will look lovely then. These will make lovely like little cluster embellishments on my journal cards for Tracie Fox. So let's see. I suddenly like that. I want to just put that on something as is. I'm not going to touch that. I like it with all them bits. That'll make a good topper. Right, okay, so I've got some pretty plain, and you know, you can, these little bits I don't tend to save because they are, you know, you could do, but I've got better ones. And I'm just going to get a little selection of these. You don't need to pin or anything like that. Now if you haven't got a sewing machine, I'm going to zigzag down these, but if you haven't got a sewing machine, it's easy enough for you to just couch these on, and I will try and link a video showing you couching. You're just wrapping it around to keep it in place. So don't think just because you haven't got a machine that you can't make these, because you can. Now I'm going to I want the stitch a little bit wider, because I want it to go right across. So let's try that. Now obviously if you don't like noisy machines, turn your sound down. Let's have a look at that, see how that's gone. There we go. Now that is not wide enough for my liking, so I am going to widen it a bit more because I want these strands. That's fine, but I'd like it to have a bit of a more spread out look, so I'm going to gather a few here. Let's I'm gonna cut these in half, because they're only diddies, aren't they, what we're doing. Okay, so let's see how the wider stitch fares. So even if you haven't got a really sophisticated machine that does loads of things, just look for your dial or your button that alters the size of your stitches, and that's how you would get a wider zigzag. And I like that better. It's a little bit more roughy tufty, so that's those. Now the other thing is I want to show you, and you might be already aware of all this, but this hessian burlap, the fine weave, is fabulous for gathering. They do use it a lot in pulled work, where they pulled embroidery, where they pull various threads out of place. Can you see the change in the pattern? So you can get that pulled look as well. So I tend to just take a few strands off at this side, and then you get hold of a string at this end, and just gradually tease it so that you've got your gather. You see there? So I'll take that this side, look, and you just slowly gather that, and you've got a bit more of a gathered look there. Okay, so with that I'm going to put a few of the blue on, a few of these thicker Hessian, and we'll put that in the middle of that gather. Now this might be a little bit too big for what we want for the project, but we will always have them in there. So just gently let it go through and catch the strands. Okay, so there we go with that one. Obviously just cut our threads off if you want your threads off, and of course you can alter the look of this by having different sewing machine threads. Okay, so that's that one. I like that tatty edge, that's good. Now you can leave them on and not keep stopping and starting, which is another good thing that you could do. Now this, I found this, and this is all not got many threads left in it, but I really like it, so I am going to put it on top of this blue and just sew that on. Just move it about if you want to keep it central and leave all the stray bits on. Now to stop you from keep stopping and starting, we could then add another one in. So let's do that. Let's add some mixed threads to this end. You can always give it a haircut after, can't you? Okay, let me just cut those off for now, or else they're going to get in my way. Okay, so just get ready to thread it underneath. That way you don't have to keep stopping and starting. Okay, so I've got another piece here that I'm just going to add. Just let me take my fronds off that. And I'm going to just slot it under there. We can cut them after. The only thing with that is that you might not feel that you have as much control over how your snippets go. Like we've lost a thread there, haven't we? But if you're happy to do it that way, you can. Right, let's just do a couple more and hope you will get the idea now then. Let's just you don't have to do the frayed edge if you don't want. You can leave it pretty straight, but I do like that look. It's what I want. It's a bit more organic looking, I think. Yeah, so we've done a few more there. Now I fancy a little bit of this. anything that's scrappy do, you know me, scrappy do. Scrappy do fits the bill. Let's get some of these. And I'm sure you'll agree that you get gorgeous colours. Look at all these lovely colours you get. And some people, you see, you fray your fabric and throw all these pullings, threads, not pullings. You get, you know, sometimes you think, oh, just throw them out. Yeah, and sometimes you're not going to save every little bit. However, if you save all these in a jar, I think we will, I'm going to be doing a new series soon where I'm going to be revisiting some of my past videos and recreating. And this will make fantastic background stuff. Background, threads, save all your cuttings because we can make paper with it. Okay, now I'm going to put that on there. You can pin it if you're not, you know, you're quite new to sewing. You can cut it. Pin it, sorry, cut it. You can pin it if you feel that that keeps it in place. But when you're doing something a bit organic like this, the scrappier the better, really. Just have to be careful you don't cut your edgings off that you put on. There we go. So, love that one. Love that one. So we've got, see how quick and easy they are? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in what? Very little time. So I'm just going to carry on making some more, and then in the next video hope you'll join me because I'm going to use these on our journal cards. So thank you so much for joining me. Please give it a like and consider subscribing if you want to know when the next video is coming up with our design team project for Tracie Fox for June. It's June. I'm sure I've put May on my form. It's June now, yeah. Okay guys, bye.